Hello, everyone. This is about the Boeing contract that they may go on strike tomorrow. You had Stephanie Pope, who's the COO of Boeing. They were thinking about making her the CEO, and I think some of the management, because I sent videos to them, I think they saw my video and stopped it. She's the CEO, the Chief Operating Officer, right? I got to say this, ladies and gentlemen. Stephanie Pope has been there for 29 years of nothingness. She was on many programs, I think 777, 787. And she never opened her mouth about the quality issues that existed, that were very pervasive throughout the manufacturing floor. She kept quiet. You know why they keep quiet at that avenue? Because David Calhoun was making the big bucks. Let him take the full. That's what they're paying him the big bucks for. I know how it works. I was in aerospace. The senior vice presidents be quiet and let the CEO take the fall all the time. But I'm going to tell you this. The poor union is asking for 25%, I think, if I remember correctly. Now, a lot of the union people, and this goes to IAM751, a lot of the people want 40%. Well, I'm going to tell you, ladies and gentlemen, general public and people who fly, David Calhoun, from what I gathered in 2023, got a 45% increase in pay. Now, if that board was demonstrative, they would take the $32 million away from Calhoun. They take the $14.9 million that they're going to give him, okay, which is 40. What is it? It's all what $45 million he's going to get. Take that $45 million. I know the guys and gals out there will probably get what, maybe $100 if they divided it equally amongst the 32,000 machinists out there. But that's what they should do. Take David Calhoun's money away because he's made enough. Let's face facts. He's been the CEO since 2020, 21, 22, 23. He's made money hand over fist. He was sitting on the board making cash. Now they say, I think a Boeing, if I remember correctly, Nikki Haley, when she sat there in 2019, was making $300,000 as a board member for Boeing. I think now they have restricted it to like $75,000, maybe. But we don't know the perks, do we, ladies and gentlemen? No, we don't. So we have a serious issue going on here. That the Boeing workers are asking, they don't want 25%, they want 40%. They are, the manufacturing people are the backbone of any corporation. As a matter of fact, they should, as a new management tool, they should get away from this hierarchy bullshit that's been around since the 1800s, maybe the 1700s, who knows, when it comes to corporate America, 1900s, where you have the CEO, board of directors, senior management. What they should do is take David Calhoun's $32 million and divide it amongst 5 people, technical people. You got the accountant, you got the engineer, the quality guy, the director of manufacturing, and also engineering. Let those 5 guide the company, because one guy who's got an accounting degree, David Calhoun, doesn't know anything. I was there June 18th, ladies and gentlemen. I'm telling you this because if I put in a 42-page document to become the head of their quality and or CEO, and Mr. Stephen Mollenkopf, who was the CEO of Qualcomm, who also has an individual sitting on ANSI's board picking up a not-for-profit salary. We're going to get to that shortly. We have them all. And I want to show you what these people are making. Qualcomm had the worst reputation when it came to quality. In fact, when Mr. Mollenkopf, Steve Mollenkopf, was on board, they had some stock finagling. I think they got fined by the SEC for some sort of stock manipulation, saying that it was more than what it was worth, all this mess. And that comes under Steve Mollenkopf's leadership. And now he sits on the board picking a guy who's brought, he's no dark horse. He was supposed to find a dark horse, somebody who wasn't really related to this Boeing. But Robert Kelly Oberg, the new CEO from Rockwell Collins Systems, who sits on ANSI ANAB's board. He retired in 2021, right after the last aircraft went down, whether it was Ethiopian Air, Indonesian Air, right after that one went down. Okay, he jumped ship, basically, and he never got inquisitioned. My feeling is that they already knew that they were going to position him. Everything is really known. Nothing. Don't think for a minute that they just flipped a coin and got Mr. Robert Kelly Oberg in there. Robert Kelly Oberg is the Charles Manson of aerospace, and I'm going to tell you this. I know people are saying, Daryl, what do you mean by that? That's defamation. It's not defamation. It's my opinion. First Amendment right. And we have the data on this guy. We have the timeline that stated that Robert Kelly Oberg, the new CEO of Boeing, was on board guiding Rockwell Collins, who's an ANSI member, which is the accreditation body of Boeing. And if you looked at their background with their quality certificate, if it's UKAS, Accredia, all these registrars that sit on the IF, the International Accreditation Forum, incorporated in Delaware, which is an association of accreditation bodies, along with its sister organization, ILAC, International Laboratory Accreditation Cooperation in Australia, all of them are equivalent to ANSI. So when I say that they're certified by ANSI, they sit on ANSI-ANAB's board. Any organization within the complex of IAF and ILAC, and if they certified Rockwell, it's like ANSI-ANAB certified them or accredited them, whatever. You have Robert Kelly Oberg. He was on board as a CEO when they designed, manufactured, and implemented the MCAS system. Guilty as charged. That's why I said 348 people. Charles Manson never killed anybody, but he was blamed for the group of people that went in and killed people. Okay? So Robert Kelly Oberg was there as the leader, like a Charles Manson, and 348 people died. I think that's more than what Manson killed. Okay? That to me is absolutely deplorable that they allow this man in to guide a company who's got poor quality from the get-go. And Daryl Guberman offered his services for them, and they never got back to me. And I am a shareholder, ladies and gentlemen. If that's how they treat shareholders, do you think they give a shit about you sitting on a plane? No, they don't. They do not. I'm an individual that rolls up my sleeves, gets out onto the floor, and goes and talks to the people, associates with the people. A manager, I did that when I was the director of quality at a smaller company, and it doesn't matter whether it's 60 people or 60,000 or 130,000. I can bring that methodology to me, with me, to Boeing, and make it a different quality designated company. And if they don't do it, may God have mercy. May God have mercy on those who fly, because the management there is the same old, same old. In fact, it's now even worse. With Robert Kelly Oberg, the only way that he's going to be able to free his soul from those 348 people that are attached to him is utilizing the expertise, the management style, and the integrity and honesty and the truth of Daryl Guberman. Because Miss Pope never did that, the COO who said, we bargained in good faith. She was there for 29 years. She didn't even open up her mouth. She should be fired. Really. 203-556-1493 or Daryl, TQRS@yahoo.com. And remember this, ladies and gentlemen, I love this from David Forster Wallace. I changed it slightly. The truth will set you free, but not until Daryl Guberman is through with you. And it is not the size of the dog in the fight that counts. It's the size of the fight in the dog. Dwight D. Eisenhower. 203-556-1493 or Daryl, TQRS@yahoo.com. To IAM751, stay strong, stay positive, and demand that David Calhoun relinquish his $33 million pay plus a $14.9 million that he's going to get in December. Force the issue. Force the hand. Be the union that you used to be, because most unions are sucking up the management. Make a difference for your personnel. Make a difference, ladies and gentlemen.